There you go. It wouldn't be a debut of a show if there weren't technical difficulties. So we're back. Sorry about that. There you go. It wouldn't be a debut of a show if there. There, let's mute the stream. There, no, we don't even need to hear us twice. So, yes, we're back. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, my virtual mixer just. But literally, I was telling Alexis, I've never had one issue with this thing. I've been using it for over 6 months, and it decides to take now to mess up. But anyway, so
Why.
what I was saying before I got so rudely interrupted. Thank you guys. Thank you for hanging out here. I really appreciate you guys hanging out in chat while I got that sorted out. But we're good. We're here now. So I lost my hat. I got sweaty and nervous, so the hat's gone. Picked up your slack. So what I was asking before I got so rudely interrupted by my own computer was what are some so like what are like some stream goals that you have as a up and coming young budding streamer, and what are some challenges and just kind of like what's it like being a female streamer, because obviously Twitch is like a male dominated industry. I think, although I don't know what the actual numbers are, I would argue to say that at least a third, if not more, are probably females.
Hmm.
Females or people that identify however they identify. So it's becoming more than just male, but it's still. I mean, the truth of the matter is like you've got to deal with more crap than like someone like me has to deal with. Although I have to deal with my share of crap too, being a person of color. I
I'm
mean,
sure.
but beside that, like what's like. So I guess that's like two questions in one, like stream goals and like kind of like talk about what it's like being a female streamer in this kind of, in the Twitch atmosphere, Twitch universe, so to speak.
I mean, I've never been a really great person to ask about setting actual number goals for my stream. My goals that I choose for my stream have always been how can I make it better? And I'll make weekly goals. Like this week, I'm going to update my emote. This week, I'm going to get that video out to YouTube so that people can watch this and try to
Sure.
make my content better.
Mm-hmm.
I've never quite been one that's great at keeping up at numbers like this sub goal
Sure.
or how many followers I want to get.
Right.
So that's my best answer for that one.
Okay. Okay. Good answer.
But
Good
but
answer.
those are great to have too. Like I know so many people who do so well with their like sub goals and their goals and all that.
Right.
Um,
Right. And everyone's different too, right? Like some
yeah,
people are super. The way your mind works, you need to have like little like things to work on and the goals to hit. Like me myself, I'm kind of willy nilly with it. Like I kind of like go with the flow. I could probably be a little less like that, and I'm trying to get better about having certain goals. Follower goals or
mhm.
sub goals, whatever the case may be. But I just am so happy that people decide to come watch my stream that it's almost like that's a goal in itself. And if I can manage to
Yeah,
do that every single time I stream, then I'm already feel like I'm doing pretty good. So
yeah.
um,
And you are. You're killing it
no,
for
thank you,
real.
thank you, thank you, and
Yeah.
you are as well. You are as well. Bloodhaven, what's happening, man? Thanks for coming back. Bald is beautiful. Well, thank you, Twilly. Thank you. I appreciate that. Retro Evan Spear, what's happening? Thanks for joining, guys. So, yeah. So, I'm trying to think of some of the other things I wanted to talk to you about. Um, here's one for you. Is it hard for you to be positive on stream? Like for me, like because you always, as a streamer, you always want to present your best self, right? Like,
Hmm.
um, and I'm sure even you have days where maybe you might not be feeling it, or you're like IRL stuff happens, and like either maybe you're running behind or like just you draw you said like double hockey stick by accident, so now like your day just feels like it's completely offset. You know what I
I
mean?
realized my whole day
His whole
been
day's just
practicing.
ruined. Whole week just done. So like for you, like what are some things that you do? Because you honestly you seem like a pretty positive person all the time. I know you and I like we haven't really like we don't like video chat like off, but like we DM every once in a while. And
Yeah,
you seem
yeah.
like you're a consistently positive person. One could almost say annoyingly so. Just, no, just kidding. But in all seriousness, like how like what are some of the things that you do to stay positive? What's some advice you would have for someone who it might not come as easily to them to like kind of like stay positive all the time? Because as a streamer, that's something that comes across. Like if you're not feeling
Hmm.
positive, if you've got a negative vibe, sometimes that can come through on stream, right? And the same goes for
And
being
that is
positive.
so hard
So
to fake.
right,
Like you can't
exactly. You can't.
fake being
Yeah,
happy for that
exactly,
long.
exactly. I would agree. I would agree.
So first, to combat that, Yes, I feel like I'm a generally happy person, but hey, I have my not very happy moments too. I cry. I cry a lot, just like everybody else. Like I cry at
Okay.
Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. Like I have my mood.
Okay. All right.
But the reason I'm glad that I come across that way because sometimes I worry about that. I'm glad that
Yeah.
I come across as like a positive person on stream. But honestly, the only reason is like I love this so much. This has to be
Yes.
something that you love doing. I love talking to people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I love kind of playing the game, mostly talking to people.
Mostly talking to people.
I get
Yeah.
distracted. I love just making friends on this platform, and I get so excited to see all like the familiar faces, the familiar usernames.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That just like hypes me up. It's hard at the beginning, I would have to say, like before everyone's there, when you're getting ready, like it's hard to be super positive and jump in and be like, "Hello, nobody. Like, how's it going?"
Right.
But
Right.
once you get a couple people that will regularly come to your stream, I think it comes really naturally, just because you love what you're doing and you love those people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Yeah. And it's, um, and I can identify with that because I love doing this. You know what I mean? Like I love like it's usually the best part of my day. You know what I mean? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that I hate my children. That's not what I mean at all. I love my kids, but like you've got work, you've got adult stuff, and it's like getting in front of the camera and being able to hang out with people and play games is like I mean that's my dream job. Like I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
I said that going back to when I asked you that question earlier. I mean like this is like a culmination of all the things I've always wanted to do. Like like I feel like I was meant to exist at this time because like Twitch is the perfect combination of like it's entertainment for one, right? And it's kind of like and you can make it whatever you want, right? Yeah, I mean you can play video games, you can do IRL
Mm-hmm.
stuff, you can do
Yeah.
like podcast/talk shows because I've always wanted to do like a podcast. Like that's always been like I love podcasts. I listen to them all the time. So for me, like I said, that's usually the best part of my day because it's just so fun. Um,
Yeah.
just spitballing people, talking with people, and all and stuff like that. So very
It's
cool,
great.
very cool, very cool.
It's so great, especially when most people nowadays don't get out and like go actively try to make friends and meet people like out in real life. It's almost like a really convenient way too to actually
Yeah,
like have
yeah,
some super real social interaction. I know a lot of people don't think that Twitch is like a real source of friends or
right,
human
right.
interaction, but it can definitely be very real and you can make real friendships
Oh,
through Twitch.
absolutely, absolutely. And I mean, this is something that we touched on once on Crew Talk. This by no means is that a plug. Um, uh, Crew Talk. You will find actually is debuting next Wednesday at 8:30 with Music Show. And some other people. So more about that later. But that's something we touched on before is how um. The youngest generation, kids my like the kids that are my kids' age, like it's becoming more and more normal to make friends with someone and not be face to face. It's a
Yep.
confluence of technology, ease of access. I mean, my kids can use
Mhm.
an put a laptop in front of my kids, they immediately start touching the screen because they're like, "Oh, is it an iPad?" Because put an iPad in front of them, they know exactly what to do. They know they get to the internet, they get
Mhm.
to YouTube, they know how to play games, all that kind of stuff. So it's something that's gonna be becoming more and more prevalent as time goes on. It's
Mhm.
gonna become the norm. And you throw social media in there as well too. That I think that they're gonna be the first generation that's gonna have just as many, if not more, friends that they haven't even met in person,
Mhm.
as that you always have them because they're school and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's becoming the new norm, and people that aren't in Twitch streaming or sometimes the older generation as well. They don't get it. Like I remember
Yeah.
trying to explain Twitch to my dad, who he's
Mhm.
retired now, but he's a mechanical engineer. He worked from NASA. He was a CEO for Procter and Gamble for a while. So like trying to explain this to someone like that, like he didn't get it, and I don't know if he still does get it, but he knows how passionate I am about it, so he supports me in it, but he doesn't get it, um I tell him, I was like, Dad, like kids don't watch cable, like kids watch YouTube and they watch Twitch,
Mhm.
like that's
Yep.
that's all my kids do. Like when I'm not telling them to do homework or pick up after themselves, is that they're on YouTube or my oldest daughter, like musically TikTok is like a thing. I don't know if anyone knows what
I
that is. It's
I
like
do not
this.
understand that.
You
It
know,
doesn't make sense.
I don't get it either. It's like this weird like amalgamation of like Snapchat and like kind of YouTube, and it's just like clips and like. And my daughter, she's brilliant at it. Like she comes up with the goofiest, like weirdest, like stop motion videos and stuff that she uses, and like it doesn't make sense to me, but like that's how kids communicate now. You know, I mean, and I consider myself a pretty hip dad for the most part. I know how to do the Twitters and the Snapchats and the Instagrams, but TikTok is just beyond me. Like I don't get it. So
Me too. It's okay.
you know, I watch these 845,758 hours of it a day. That's impressive, Duke. That's very impressive. Lend me your time compression machine to make that feat possible. That's awesome. So even explaining to people my own age is interesting. Yeah, absolutely. Like earlier tonight, I was helping set up for this muffins with moms thing that's going on at my kids' school, where basically like the moms come in and they have like muffins with the kids before they go to class, and I was telling one of the other dads there how he's like, oh, what do you like to do in your free time? I was like, oh, I Twitch stream. And he's like, oh, yeah, that's the, and like he wasn't trying to be like demeaning and like whatever, but like it kind of came across that way. It's like, you're the guy, so you like play video games and people watch you, like sort of thing. Yeah. I can't remember what he said. I was like, yeah, pretty much, But yeah, it's like either you get it or you don't. There's really no like kind of like in between there. So, yeah, so got you.
Yeah, it's hard to explain to parents for sure.
Yeah, it is. But it's really interesting because as Twitch grows and it kind of diversifies and turns into more stuff, it's gonna be really interesting to see where it goes in the future. So yeah. So anyway, guys, I'm just kind of talking here. Geek, I think we've kind of hit all the subjects that you and I wanted to talk about. If I'm missing something, by all means, let me know and let's talk about it right now, because
you are missing something.
Oh no! Oh goodness! I'm a trash human. Oh, I'm the worst.
No, you're not. No.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't make it super clear, but when we were talking about like what we wanted to talk about this stream,
yeah,
I was really looking forward to talking about like variety streams, because that's like
absolutely,
my passion.
Yes, let's do it. Yes.
So like I said before, like setting up donation goals or like sub goals hasn't something I've always been like super on top of, but like just random weird stream ideas, that's like what I live for.
Okay.
I love, and I think it's super important for you to like make your stream spicy every once in a while for everyone who watches.
Absolutely.
Yeah, spicy streams.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
Appropriate spicy.
Keeping it, of course. PG spicy, a PG spice, of course.
Yes, PG spice.
Yeah, like a Verde, right? Like it's spicy, but it's still like the kids can like it.
I know that something that you do that is super cool is like you do like workouts you do push-ups for yourself and your beds.
Which I need to get back to. I have been since the holiday, I've been on a bit of a hiatus, and I think it was who was in my shirt? I think it was the Cooch 4. Shout out to my man Chris. He actually mentioned something about push-ups, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to get back to that. But yeah, I mean, that's something, and I'm not the first person to do that, but I thought it was a cool way, because like I've been trying to get back into shape, and it's like, well, what's the cool way, to incorporate that with the stream and to help keep me accountable, So, it's and one of the things that you do that I think is very cool is like, I know you, like I've seen you do like the and I don't think I've actually seen you stream it. I remember like, because you kind of play like a greatest hits thing when your stream's wrapping up, and it was of like when you had like the scare alerts when you're playing stuff. Like I love that idea, but I'm terrified at the same time. It's like, I don't know if my heart's gonna be able to take it. Like, it's anyone who's seen me play a scary game know, like, I don't have any problem jumping as is. So like, that's something I've thought about, but I don't know if I have like the guts to actually do it. But I think it's a very cool idea. And like I said, it's definitely like trying to keep it fresh, right? Like trying to keep it spicy, as you said.
Yeah. So yeah, there's so many different ways you can do stuff like that. Like I love your push-ups, the bits like for scaring. That's not new either. Like lots of people do stuff like that. Some people do like the 24-hour streams once they hit their goal. Like anything that you can do to reward your viewers.
Yeah.
I just love this. This is what I think about all the time. Like, what's the new fun thing I could do on stream?
Sure.
And I would love to brainstorm for a second, if you're okay with that.
Absolutely. Brainstorm away. Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's go.
So there's so many people that do like these character streams, right? Have you seen those?
Yes, I have.
Where they'll like I have one friend who dressed up as a pirate and like talked like a pirate his whole stream long, and
Nice,
that's
nice.
amazing. I have one friend who's actually here right now. His name's Curly. He will
Okay.
like let his viewers go on Amazon and buy an outfit like within reason,
Right,
not
right,
too
right,
spicy. And
right.
he'll wear whatever outfit they buy on
That's
stream,
very
like the
cool.
next stream,
I
and
like
do like
that.
the whole character thing. I love streams like that.
Yeah, that's very cool. I mean, he's on a bit of a hiatus now, but Splice, my man Jeff Stewart, Splice Speaks, he had like 3 or 4 characters that he would do, and they were
Really?
all hilarious and brilliant. Dude is super talented. Jeff, if you're watching or whatever you're doing, man, miss you. Hope you get back to it because he was one of those. He had great. I mean, like he had like a wig, like a dreadlock wig for one. He was like that was like his crusty buster, and he had like a hillbilly guy he would do. And it no,
Yeah, yeah.
I love it. I love people that do different the characters for stuff like that. One thing I've kind of been thinking about doing, is because like Red Dead Redemption 2
Hmm.
is one of the games I play. Is like I want like one of the okay. Let's stop for a second. Let's stop. Have you seen Dumb and Dumber, the first one?
Yes, of
Okay, okay,
course.
all right, whew. All right. So we can move on. So I want like one of those big like Jim Carrey like foam cowboy hats, like literally like
Yes.
that will like take up like my entire like webcam. And just play with, and just play where literally just play wearing just a stupid foam hat. Like that's that's one of the things I've tried to think of because it's like you said, you've got to keep trying to think of new ways to keep your stream fresh and then bring in new viewers, all that sort of things. Big goals, huh? All right, well, see you
I'm
later.
dying at that.
Yes, Hugh gets it. Hugh gets it. The one movie Geek has seen is Dumb and Dumber. Well, if there's one movie for her to see, it almost redeems her. Almost.
Thank you. Thank
So
you. So
Jurassic
you're
Park
saying
movies
there's a
and Dumb and Dumber.
chance.
Yes, yes, exactly, exactly.
But yes,
Oh,
yes, I agree. Like those streams are so fun. I think that you should definitely get that big foam
yeah,
hat.
I
That
should.
that would
I,
be
I should do
amazing
that.
to watch.
I should do that
My
definitely.
my favorite stream that I've ever done was when I dressed up as Bob Ross and like painted my subs, like the whole fro and beard and
Yes,
everything. That
yes,
was so much fun, and it was so fun to
yes,
like get my subs all involved with that.
yeah.
Most people were either like really laughing, enjoying it, or like throwing up into a bucket while they watched. But it's okay because it was so fun and it spiced things up a
Right,
little.
and you're still eliciting that response, whether it's vomiting in a bucket or laughing so hard until your stomach hurts. You're getting that reaction, and I do remember that. I didn't get a chance to catch it live. I went back and watched the VOD, and I was like almost choked on my food because I was like watching it over lunch, and it was like it was fantastic. It was absolutely fantastic. That was
Thank you.
you should definitely revisit the Geek Ross look or whatever you
Thanks.
called it.
Thanks.
So yeah, yeah.
I think I think that was something I'll go back to for sure.
Oh, you definitely
I think
should. You definitely should. Yeah, it was a while ago, retro, but it's stuck in my head. It was so good, and that, and of course, the taco challenge, the taco challenge was also a really good
oh
one.
geez. I was not gonna bring that one up.
I
That
was-
was the worst. Oh my
Now
goodness.
let's. How many did you eat again? You didn't. I know you didn't get through all
I
12, but you was it
10 and a half. I was
10?
1.5 away.
See, and you know what? That I remember that because I was trying to get you to eat that half. I was like, make it even, please. I was like, you can do it. At least get to 11. 11's so much better than 10 and a half. And you're just like, I can't do it. I can't do
Right.
it.
No. I ended up keeping down like maybe 4 of them, but that's fine. At least I ended stream, or like went off
Right.
stream before that happened. Oh
Right. Right.
jeez. One of the worst. Oh, I'll never eat tacos again.
I had to bring it up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was,
No, it's
but I mean,
fine.
it was great. It was great content. It was fun to watch. So
Thank you.
it was a good way to keep it spicy, so to speak.
Keep it spicy.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
another way you can keep it spicy
Mhm.
is like meeting up with Twitch
Tweet,
people
tweet.
in real life and streaming together. I've seen a lot of people do that recently.
You
Just
know,
recently,
and
I
yes,
well,
and I was gonna say, and I didn't mean to cut you off, but like I know,
no,
like you and Hugh did that, and I was
yeah,
so incredibly jealous because you and Hugh are two of my favorite people, and I very much wanted to be there, and I love the idea of it. Hugh and his mustache, which is fantastic, by the way. I hope that's not going anywhere. But yeah, and that's definitely something I would love to do more of, right? Like I think you and I were kind of spitballing before we started the show about how like I would love to like take this on the road. Like I think that'd be the coolest thing to do
hmm
is like meet streamers in their state, like pick like a bar or a restaurant or something. And we just just hash it out. I think that'd be super cool
Yeah.
because I didn't get a chance to go to TwitchCon this year. Definitely going next year. Um, because getting to meet people that do this that are as passionate as we are is it's so much fun, right?
Hmm.
It's very cool. It's yeah. I thought that was very neat. I did.
It was not only amazing to like get to do that and have some different fun content up there, but like the connections that you can make like on stream and off stream. It was so cool because you and I and you of course know this because you're on it too, are on the
Yeah.
same stream team, the Elite
Yes.
Eight.
Yes. Whoop, whoop.
And it was so cool to like build that team camaraderie
Yeah.
on and off
Absolutely.
stream.
Absolutely.
And it just like solidified like, yes, I love
Yeah.
this. I love
Yeah.
my
Absolutely.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it solidifies the bonds, because we talked about how you can make connections without having to meet those people, but being able to meet them too just kind of solidifies it and strengthens it and makes it just makes it so much better. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So yeah, very cool, very cool,
Yeah,
very cool.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Not on the nines on the road. Yes, exactly.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Who said that?
Yes,
Baggy.
that
Good
was Baggy.
job.
Yes, I just need thousands of dollars to make this happen. That's all. That's all I need.
Get on it, Baggy.
Yeah, once we get that $100 machine rolling, we'll be good to go. So printing out every second. So yeah. So like, what's some other stuff you like as variety streaming? Like, do you like, for me, one of the things I think I'm thinking about implementing, and I've seen some other people do it. Other people do it is like have like you stream a different game a different day of the week, right? Like I don't play Warframe, but like Warframe Wednesdays, just because alliteration's awesome, and they're both W's. So, but
Yes,
like
I'm
stuff
so
like
glad you
that, and like I'm so bad. Like I'm at the point now, like I'm just proud that I post my schedule every Monday. Like that's a big step for me, and actually sticking to it. Like I didn't end up streaming last night, but that's something I think is kind of a good idea, because I'm always like, what do I want to stream tonight? Like
Mhm.
sometimes I have a good idea, like like, oh, like let's do this or play more, like try to stay on
Oh,
schedule and finish that, because no one wants to, you know, there's nothing worse than you're playing a game forever because you haven't finished it. So like I usually get to the
mhm.
point where like, okay, let's finish this, but I don't know. That's something I'm thinking about. Like, have you given that any thought? Like doing like the whole like a different game, a different day of the week sort of thing, or are you kind of more like willy nilly, just kind of seat of the pants sort of thing, or what?
I definitely have at least a different genre, different
Okay.
days of the week. So I'll have
All
like my normal games 2 times a week, and then have my, like you said, alliterations are great, my freaked out Friday,
right. Yes. There you go.
and then like an IRL stream on Saturday. And that helps me keep it like nice and mixed up, and I won't ever get bored of what I'm doing because
Right.
everything's changing all the time,
Right. Right.
which a lot of people will argue is not good for growth. But if it's what makes you happy and you'll get like sick of being stagnant if you don't do it, then I think it's better than sticking to a schedule you're not going to like.
Yeah. Absolutely. Wait a minute. Did my voice crack? Is that what you guys are making fun of me? Did it? Did I hit a? Did I hit another? Did I did one of those? Like, yeah. Oh God, I'm embarrassed.
Your
Oh.
voice all of a sudden got just like 2 octaves lower. It's fine.
All right. Voice modulation. Just a moment here. Make myself sound like a real boy. All right. Like a sexy boy.
This is so funny.
Oh God. Oh. I don't know how to feel about myself. I don't know what to do with my hands. I just sit here like
Say,
this.
say something that only your voice would say right now.
Oh God, I don't even know what that is. Like I don't know. I don't even know what to
Introduce
say.
yourself.
Barry Nines. You guys chocolate rain. You guys are making me freak out. I thought there's something wrong with my voice mixer again. God, don't do that. Oh God. Oh
You should
jeez.
just keep it like this. This is great. Oh geez.
Oh man. Oh man. All right. So you've got freaked out Fridays. You've got your IRL Saturdays. And what's Sunday again? What is your Sundays? What do you do on Sundays?
Just my regular either Skyrim or Hollow Knight, whatever the
Okay.
regular game I'm playing
Okay.
is.
Okay. All right. Very cool. Very cool.
But yeah, the horror games in themselves were like one of those spicy streams, and I was like, I'm never gonna play horror games. I'd never played them
Yeah.
before, and I set this super high goal for subs. Like, okay, if we hit this high goal, then I'll play a horror game. And immediately that day, the sub goal was reached because people hate me.
/ love seeing you in misery. I get that.
And ever since then, it's just been like so fun, something that I wanted to do every week. So
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
recommend, if you're not a horror game fan, at least do it once just for the
Yes.
laughs. It's so
Absolutely.
funny.
Absolutely. People love to watch you squirm in your seat. It's the truest thing ever. So
Voice. I'm not going to get over your voice. It's fine. We'll
I
keep going.
I don't know. Like, I honestly think my mixer is like acting up because I don't like, to me I don't sound any different. Like I'm assuming it's just I'm assuming it's that. So all right, hold on. I am gonna turn it off and turn it back on. Hopefully that will work. So you won't hear me for a second.
Oh, so
And then
sad.
I'm gonna turn it off. And then
So deep. Let's see.
hello. Do I sound normal now?
You sound normally deep.
Normally deep? Like
It's
is
not
my
cracking.
voice or no? Okay, all right.
No, it's not.
All right. Okay.
It's still a good voice though.
Like I hear like a hint of tease behind there, but I'm just we're gonna move on. It's fine. It's totally fine. We're gonna move on.
Well, I don't have like a ton more any deep. Oh my gosh. I don't have like a ton more. I just have like 2 more points I wanted to make when coming up with these spicy streams.
Okay.
Another one is like streaming with your family. Everybody loves to meet the family. I've seen so many streams where I get to see like someone interact with their sister or with their parents, and it's just a whole different world and so personal and funny and great content.
I can't hear you anymore. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Sorry, I was unplugging my mic and plugged it back in and then reset.
I see.
And then so all right.
No, it sounds great. It sounds
sound
great.
good now?
You did a
Okay.
good job.
All right. See, Duke. See, here's the problem. Like, I thought Duke was trolling me. Honestly, I thought he was just messing with me. So I was like, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Then he kept saying it, and then I was like, and other people started saying it. I was like, okay, I think he's being serious. So, okay. So sorry. Start your last point over again, and we'll.
Family. Streaming with family. Sometimes it's fun. That was my whole point.
Okay.
Just opening up that whole new world of seeing a streamer with their family in their natural environment.
Right.
It can make for some great content.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's something I wish I would have did this past holiday season for Thanksgiving when I had when I had my folks in town. Is that I wanted to IRL stream, but I was too busy shoving food in my face. So, and then I immediately had to go to sleep. So there's that. So. Guys, thanks so much for looking out for me with the whole voice thing. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't had any audio issues this whole time I've been streaming, so leave it to the debut of my talk show for this to happen. So, but yeah. So I think that's probably all. I think that's all we have. I think that's what you said before, Geek. So this is the end of our show, guys. If you guys got any questions for Geek, via PG streaming, goals, how she has no soul because she doesn't like cats or Digimon, anything like that that you want to ask her about before we wrap up. Katie Vince, hello.
I dare you.
Hello. Okay, let me ask you this: what is your favorite Pokemon?
Favorite would have to be Magikarp.
Okay, the fish.
Okay,
Right.
And you're not even gonna argue.
No, well, see, all Pokemon suck. So, like, I was just gonna ask you that question.
Are you not only do you like Digimon, but you actually believe that Pokemon suck?
No, I know. I don't believe Pokemon suck. For me, like when Pokemon came out, I was probably like 11 or 12. So like and Digimon was edgier to me. So like naturally, like 12-year-old nines like gravitated to the more like edgy stuff. Like I just didn't like the Pika. Like I just didn't. It wasn't my thing. Like I don't. It's just not. And like okay, all right. And seriously, the evolved forms of the Digimon looks 10 times cooler than anything any Pokemon can ever turn into. Like I will fight you on that. I know you've got long arms, but I will still totally fight you on this. I'm willing to.
You're just throwing all the insults down now. Now hold on. Have you ever seen a Pokemon movie ever?
Yes, I have. I've seen I might get the title wrong, but no, XY was a show. I have seen a Pokemon movie. I have. And
Literally,
my son's into Pokemon, so I see it quite a bit. It's and the other thing is the games. Like I always hate how like the game like when Pokken Tournament came out, I was like, okay, that's a Pokemon game I actually want to play because they're actually fighting each other. It's not like uh oh, Leaf Blast and like some like corny little animation happens and they're still standing here. I'm like, this isn't a fight. This is like you're like essentially battling with magic powers and it's super lame. So
okay,
that's
who's soulless now? That's what I want to ask everyone because I think that there are more die-hard Pokemon fans than there are Digimon fans. If you have ever seen a Pokemon movie, you know that in almost every movie somebody dies. If that's not hardcore enough for you as a 12-year-old, then you got bigger
yeah,
problems
well,
than
you
Pokemon
know,
or Digimon.
but there's Angelmon, and Angelmon just takes the cake for everything because Angelmon's got 6 pairs of wings and he's got ripped abs. So take that, Pikachu. Like, I mean, honestly though. Okay, no, all right. I will say this:
Okay, okay.
the episode of Pokemon where Charmander's tail almost went out. That made me almost cry. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's got like the leaf like over his tail, like, whoo, holy dad feels like that.
Yep.
That one did get to me. That did. But then like Team Rocket showed up or something. I'm like, this is stupid, like all over again. Like you messed it up, Pokemon. You had one chance to get this right, and
I'm so deeply offended on such a personal level. Jeez.
oh goodness. All right. So clearly we are sitting here arguing about which is better. If it's Pokemon or Digimon. But yeah, we are gonna go ahead and wrap up here. Once again, last call if you guys got any questions for Alexis. And thank you so much for coming on. Like this was fantastic. This was like 10 times better than I ever could have thought it would be. Your some of your answers notwithstanding. So guys, just thank Geek for coming on and being my debut guest. It was so much fun, even with all and thanks to you guys for all the technical hiccups. My with the mixer going out and then me becoming a real boy in front of all you guys with the voice changes apparently. So I really
And
appreciate
thank
you
you so
guys.
much for having
Yeah,
me.
absolutely. Like I might, like I don't know even know if repeat guests are going to be a thing in the show, but if they are, like you're definitely going to be number one because this was a lot of fun. So,
Thank
um,
you. I'd love to be back.
I would love to have you back. So, just a couple of programming notes here, and Baggy, if you're in Musie's there too. So this is going to be a bi-weekly format. So next week is going to be the new the better than ever redone version of Crew Talk. Crew Talk is still a thing. That will Crew Talk and my show on the Nines will alternate every other week. So next week will be Crew Talk, and then we've got a couple other shows in the mix too. Of course, Duke of Noodles is a thing, and then we've got another show that's coming up. That's going to be kind of like a debate format. So stick around, guys. We got some really cool content coming to the Twitch Crew community. We got a question. What is your favorite Eddie? Silent Eddie, deep voice Eddie, or regular voice?
Obviously, Silent Eddie. I mean, if he could talk less, that would be great. When he's not talking, he's so great. Such a great streamer, such a great friend. But then he
Oh,
just opens his mouth.
oh goodness, that's fantastic. That was a good answer. That was good. So, all right, guys. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up now. I don't really have anyone I was gonna raid or anything like that. I mean, Baggy, Musi, you guys are your mods there. If you've got someone you want to go ahead and raid, go right ahead. Otherwise, we're gonna go ahead and end our show here. I am going to see the best place I can like order a box of spiders to have sent to Alexa's house.
Oh
Um,
my.
that's how I'm going to. That's how I'm going to win this argument. You win it with actions, not with words. So that's how that's going to go. But the silent war between Pokemon and Digimon go on. But yeah, seriously, thank you so much for being on. This was a ton of fun. We will see you
Thank you.
guys once again, not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after that. I'll be back here. And this is like I want to showcase people in the community. So if you guys want to be on the Nines, shoot me a DM. We'll get it figured out. We'll get you on here. We'll ask them random questions. We'll talk about Geek Behind Her Back. It'll be great. So So,
Perfect.
okay, we got raid. All right, all right. All right, we'll take it away, Baggy. Oh, perfect. All right, so see you guys later. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.
And this is the awkward pause where I wait for them to actually hit the raid, and we're still sitting here talking.
Okay,
So
bye everyone. Get out. Get out.
leave now.